Rogue hive detected. Agent down.
There are no more reinforcements. No one's retreating. The fight continues. Halfway to the finish. I'm sending you a specialization.
An agent needs assistance.
Okay, agents, what's going on? Patrick Wolf here. So, this build is has been in my loadout for has been one of my loadouts for quite a while, over a month now, and I use it a lot in my streams. If you guys watch me play on Twitch or YouTube, I always use this build. In my opinion, it's one of the best pure DPS builds you can use in the game currently for PvE and for PvP. This is going to be mainly focused for PvP because I think a lot of players will really enjoy using this. It is more of a defensive playstyle. It's not one of the... Because you know me, I like to be very aggressive and rush up to players. This is perfect for supporting your team as well. Like, you hang back with this build and you will literally kill a whole team of of agents, or for example NPCs, a whole room of NPCs in about 20 bullets of your LMG. 4 players in the dark zone or in conflict with 20 bullets. It's really, really strong, and we're going to go through it. It's my favorite build for damage right now. It's really, really easy to use, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it. So let's go over this. First thing is going to be specialization, then we can explain it. It's pretty simple, but there are a few things that you guys need to pay attention to. Remember, all my builds are templates for you guys to work upon, adapt and change to suit your own playstyles. So let's go through this now. Gunner is important because every third reload is going to be faster. We get ammo, we generate ammo. It's very, very nice. Now, we're not going to be using the large pouch, but if you don't want to use the gun I'm using, as you can see, the Pestilence, I really do recommend it because it's one of the best guns in the game currently for sustained damage. Then, you know, it's up to you, but you don't have to use Gunner. I like to use Gunner because I get that big chunk of armor, because this is not a build you want to run up to someone. If you try 1v1 someone close range, you won't win. If you do, the other player is either his build is not suited towards damage, but this is the perfect build as well for shields, to counter shields. I think that's the best thing about this. If someone pulls out a shield and they're, you know, not too close to you, you can fire a whole mag into them, even if they're a tank, you will absolutely destroy them, and then they will transfer over 200k damage per tick to everyone else, all their friends. You cannot resist this kind of damage from the Pestilence, so we'll explain that in a second. But I like to use this. The Banshee Pulse could be utilized if you do get pushed by someone, so actually that's something that I should have looked into. But if you guys want to do that in case someone pushes you, because you don't want to be up close to anybody, then make sure LMG damage is up. Like I said before, you get 10% armor on kill, which does help in PvE, but this faster reload really is nice. Like I said, the armor kit's the main reason why I use this, but it's completely up to you. You guys, you know, can use whatever specialization you want. It doesn't matter. Like, for example, Firewall could give you armor fire on armor break, which means that, you know, that might save you in a close range engagement. But like I said, we're going to be mainly focusing on keeping it range. Now, let's go through this. Like I said before, we're going to be using the Pestilence. The ticks are absolutely huge in PvP. I'm sure you guys know this already. What I normally do is I hang back, and if I see an agent, if I can get even 15, 20 bullets into that guy, the entire team could die from just that one person. If the whole team is running reds except for one guy and he's running a tank build, I will kill that guy in 25 bullets, and I will, for example, keep firing at his shield if he's got a big shield, and transfer the maxed out stacks of Pestilence to his entire team, wiping his entire team. I actually killed on stream on Twitch 7 people within 5 seconds. 7 people died within 5 seconds. Obviously, it wasn't just a tick. I was just spraying and praying, just absolutely going crazy. Now, the reason why this is so crazy good as well is because we are going to be focusing on making our crit chance maxed out. So as you guys can see, we do have 60% crit chance, and our crit damage is also nothing to laugh at. Now, let's go through the gun itself and how it works. We're going to be all reds because we want as much damage as we possibly can have. You will be susceptible to grenades, skills, seeker mines, chem launchers will kill you very quickly. If your teammates have a burn on them from the Eclipse, you will die very fast. So this is a very tricky build to use. You have to play very defensively, very carefully. But if you, like you saw from the clip in the beginning, if you flank a team, the team is dead. There's nothing they can do. They will all die instantly. It's really, really fun to use, and I absolutely love it. It is my favorite build to use in PvP right now. Honestly, it's just fun. Like I said, if you guys want to run around face tanking people, this is not the one for you. So the Pestilence is very, very nice. I've got a maxed out one. Plague of the Outcasts. This is not a status effect, if you guys were wondering. It just stacks up damage. It transfers it. I'm sure everyone is aware of this, and it's 25 meters, which is really, really strong. So the secondary, I've just got the FAL. You can use whatever gun you want. It actually doesn't really matter. SMG, but you really don't want to be close range to somebody. Maybe something with a bit of burst damage. Maybe an SMG, like, you know, we can't use 2 exotics. SIG MPX with max out crit damage with fast hands could be really good as well, running around. But yeah, let's go through the 3-piece build. So, well, the 3-piece in the build is Striker. Now, I've heard a lot of people just always talking down about 3-piece Striker. It is the best gear combination for the Pestilence. There's nothing that beats it. If you go through a mission and you have the 3-piece Striker, that 15% rate of fire means you are getting your ticks maxed out a lot faster than without it, which means, yes, we could have more damage from other pieces, you know, with more crits, maybe a Grupo, maybe Fox's Prayer. We could have more damage, but sustained damage over time will not beat this, because you are getting your max ticks as quick as possible. Even in PvE, if you use this, you will notice the difference. The fire rate is really, really good for the Pestilence. Normally, you know, in other builds, if you want to use an SMG or an AR, it's not the best if you want to, you know, go for maxed out damage, because there are better in slot. Fox's Prayer, another Grupo, maybe another Providence for more crit damage, for example, or Walker and Harris. Walker and Harris could be a good alternative, but like I said, I wanted the 2-piece Providence because I needed that extra crit chance. But if you don't want to go for crit chance because you hit hard, now here's the thing. A lot of times when you're using the Pestilence, I don't say go for crit chance, and you shouldn't. But in a build like this, we are also, this is why it makes it so good. You will melt people because we are critting very often, because we've got maxed out crit chance with glass cannon. So not only are we doing big damage, but the ticks will be higher. You can make the ticks higher through using Sawyer's knee pads, for example, in this slot here. Gives you 30% weapon damage, so we can achieve higher ticks. In PvE, it's going to be 1 million, which is actually not that crazy good. You can get upwards of 1.3, 1.4 million, but like I said, the contribution of a Striker 3-piece, meaning your ticks get there quicker, especially in PvP, because I've focused this more on PvP. I do have a PvE variant, which I will be showcasing in the next video after this, so don't worry. Even on console, this is a great build for console players. It's easy to use with the Pestilence. If you wanted to, you could even roll some blues and still do a lot of damage whilst being tanky. Like, for example, Obliterate would be perfect on the chest piece instead of Glass Cannon. You could go for that, especially in TU11 next week Tuesday, because it'll be getting buffed to 25% damage. That's what I'm going to use after when TU11 drops, so that's how you would change it. Obliterate instead of Glass Cannon, but right now Glass Cannon is just too good. 25% damage plus another 25-50% just from Vigilance. Crazy crits, max damage, and when you put them on the tick, because we've got LMG damage and damage to armor from the Petrov, big, huge damage to their armor, and it just absolutely just melts every single thing in sight. Let's go through each piece. So, Striker 3-piece, weapon handling as well. Weapon handling is something that you should not take for granted because it's reload speed, swap speed, accuracy, and stability. Accuracy for an LMG is very, very good because it means our reticle will go smaller, quicker, and you can laser people from across the map if you stack some weapon handling. That's why I enjoy the 3-piece. I've tried the 4-piece. It doesn't work with the Pestilence. Don't use the 4-piece, and it's very difficult to get stacked up in PvP. In PvE, it's possible, but I wouldn't recommend it in PvP. So, what I've done here is now, normally I would say go for headshot damage instead of crit. But like I said, guys, I wanted to do damage myself with my gun, not just focus on the crits. That's why I think this works so well. So I've gone for crit chance, modded crit chance as well. Then chest piece, we're going to have Providence. The headshot damage is very nice for me as well because you can hit headshots quite easily because the reticle is so small because we do have weapon handling. Providence defense chest piece with glass cannon. Remember, you are very squishy, so be careful, but it's worth it because you peek for like a second, put a few bullets into an enemy, and he's already lost his armor. It's hilarious, and he ticks over while you're in cover. People will be dying. This is really good. That's why I do recommend using glass cannon for this because you don't want to be up close. If you get flanked, you really need to fall back. So crit chance again, crit damage, which is perfect. Sometimes headshot damage is good, but I need to get better knee pads as well. I think I got headshot damage on my knee pads. Then weapon damage, crit chance 6% for another striker's piece. Then for the backpack, vigilance, because we are not going to be taking damage because we have glass cannon. So ideally, this is the best talent for kind of staying back, like I said before. So this will give us 25% weapon damage, which contributes towards the pestilence. Remember, guys, just a quick little note. I did make a video on the secrets of the damage to the Pestilence. Intimidate does not work with the Pestilence. If you guys are thinking of making a build like that, remember it doesn't work. And Strike is 4-piece. So Vigilance increases weapon damage by 25%. Crit chance, crit damage. And we get the 2-piece, which is crit chance, which is very, very nice. Getting our crit chance up to 60. Then, this is probably one of the most important pieces. We have LMG damage, Contractor's Gloves, maxed out, crit damage, damage to armor, which is going to help us deplete enemies' armor very quickly. So make sure you guys have this. It also increases the ticks, because the ticks go off your base weapon damage. So the knee pads now, obviously you guys are probably wondering, Sawyer's knee pads could be better for this. You can use them if you want. It's completely up to you guys. There are many ways you can roll this. That's why I want to give you guys some ideas. Striker's Gloves, Fox's Prayer, or Sawyer's knee pads. Sawyer's knee pads would give you more damage, but you would have to camp a lot more, and you have to stay still. Or you could just like hold it and then keep the stacks and then go for the kills. So it depends. You can play with that, but I would recommend using Fox's Prayer and Strikers if you don't want to run this like this. But trust me, the damage to armor really does help. I've tried both combinations and I just enjoy this more. So it's up to you guys though. Like I said, I actually can re-roll this. I've got headshot damage. The reason why I haven't changed it is because I do aim for the head more often than not. So it does help me, and it goes off the base damage of my Pestilence, which is very, very nice. But it's up to you guys. Use crit chance, crit damage if you need it there. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Even if you want to make it even like a crit chance hazard protection combination, would be really good, because fire really doesn't, we don't like fire with this build, anything like that. So you have to kind of run away a lot with this build. But let me tell you now, this could change the game. If you put this on and your teammates, you work together with your teammates, they push and you flank, it is hilarious the way they drop. I'm sure you guys have seen me in my streams. So decoy, now roll decoy health or duration, whatever mods you want to put on there. The decoy is going to help you a lot. Pulse, because in conflict it's a bit difficult, but the cooldown of the DZ is 18 seconds, and it allows you to see where the players are, because if you get flanked by someone, they will just kill you very quickly. Like I said, this is something you have to be defensively play with. So make sure you use Pulse. It is very helpful. Defender drone in PvE could be good, because in PvP it's not that good right now, but yes. Alright, so let's go over the stats. Like I said before, we got 78 crit damage. Headshot damage is actually not bad. Crit chance 60%, big damage. This is very nice as well. Check out this, guys. 35% accuracy, which really helps. That's actually what you can roll in the knee pads, guys. So weapon handling would be very, very nice. If you have max crit chance, go for weapon handling. It's very, very good. There's many ways you can make this build. You could even, instead of using the chest piece glass cannon, maybe survive more with unbreakable. It literally, it is up to you and your playstyle, but this suits my playstyle. So, you know, go for it and let me know in the comments what you've done to change it to suit your own playstyles. Gunner is also good because we do get armor on kill. 72k is not a joke. It's no laughing matter. It's quite good. So then I'll go through this. You guys can stop the video if you want to read it. So yeah, that's the build, guys. I really do think the 3-piece striker benefits this build a lot, especially in PvP. Like I was saying, you can just get the ticks on the enemies extremely quickly, especially because agents have a bit faster reaction time than NPCs. So I will be making a video after this on my PvE version. It's going to be a lot easier to use and, you know, actually more damage, even though you're tankier. But like I said, this just works in PvP. I really enjoy it. Let me know if you guys have tried it. Go try this in conflict. You will have such a good time, especially if you have more weapon handling, even on PC, because it allows you to hit your shots way easier. So with that being said, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.